Say, gang, this Chef Tim, just coming to you, just talking to you, see how you're doing today, and we're going to talk about some stuff. But you know, I know how you feel when you go home and you're deciding what you're going to eat, what the children want to eat, what your spouse or significant other, or just basically what you want to eat. But as you're driving down the road and you're looking around and you're thinking about, God, I got to go home and face this dreaded refrigerator, or decide what I'm going to do, or just in your mind you're just imagining when you walk in your door and everybody's in the house and they're hungry and you don't know how you're going to feed them or what you're going to feed them, and you're thinking, man, I just worked for 10 hours and I had to drive another hour to sometime an hour and a half to get home, and the thought of walking into the door and just got to prepare food. And in your mind, the food's going to take anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, and you're talking almost 9, 10 o'clock at night in most cases, and you're thinking, well, what if I just stop like we do? We say, let me go over to McDonald's, or let me go to Burger King's and get me a double Whopper with cheese and some fries, and hey, do y'all have a combo package like where I can get 2? And you're thinking of ways that how to go home and just make it totally different, and that's what you do. Or you pass my favorite spot that used to be, it's the Waffle House, and you say, man, what if I go in and get me a scattered, smothered, and whatever, and you get that and take it home too. Then you look over there, then that's the IHOP, and you go get your stack of pancakes. So you basically have gotten everybody at home their meal. And you think about it, wow, I got everybody their meal, healthy or not, I don't have to go home and cook. And that's what we do. And sometimes we trade insulin shots and taking medication to replace what we could do. And sometimes it just gets frustrating when you just want to eat healthy, and you just, I understand you can't, because there's so many things that's going on with life, and it seems like there's never enough time in the day. And it's amazing how food can just call you and pull you in and just make you feel great. And if you do it, it's just totally different. But sensible things sometimes just goes out the window. Because I can remember being 360 pounds, and man, I used to run. I can remember my waist was like that, and I can remember having more energy, and something happened past a certain age, and most of mine was right at 25. And I went to 300 and some pounds, 52-inch waist, and I lost everything, it seemed like. I just couldn't do anything. I was tired, and I got diagnosed as a diabetic, out of all things. But you know what? I was eating some food. But that was me. I just did what I had to do. I don't know about you. And diabetes is rampant. But when you come home from work or school, or you're on the way from home, or you go to school and you sitting around and everybody's eating cheese dips, and everybody's eating, seem like the favorite of all your foods, and you're cringing and you're like, I want some, but you really can't, because you know it's going to cause you a problem. So you cave in and just say, look, what the heck, I'm going to pay for this later. I eat it and I go work out. I remember that many times, go work out. That never happened. My intentions was to work out, and my workout was basically working my mouth, go home, sit on that couch after I just ate a meal, and then I go back and I eat something else. Wow. And it would just cause all kind of problems. So have you been there? Is that the way you feel sometimes? What do I do? How do I prepare it? I don't have time to cook. Man, the convenience of these stores, they're making it where I can go get my chicken wings. I can call my order in. I can keep my pizza place on quick dial. Everything is done for me. Is it? That's the way I thought about it. Everything in the world, if you ever go into work in the morning, you look at McDonald's parking lot or the Burger King's or all these Wendy's, and you see that line around there, and you go to Starbucks, it's like, my goodness. And them people got it down to a science, about a minute and a half, if that long, or 30 seconds probably, to get your order out that window, and you're going about your business, and you say, hey, this is the best way. I didn't have to go home. I didn't have to prepare this. I got it the way I wanted it. And that's what we do. It's just that way. And we think we've overcome, and we're feeling better about it, and we take life as a different story, and we just say, oh man, I'm really not going to worry about it. But there's some things that you can change, some things that you can do that are a lot better in making you feel better and by what you want to do. One of the things about it is you can decide to eat healthy. You know, I'm going to show you how to make quinoa today. Quinoa is really good. It's a grain, gluten-free, if you did a gluten-free. It's simple. And the thing about it is, it can sit in your refrigerator or you can semi-freeze it till you get ready for it. As a lot of people say, well, Chef, I don't know what to eat. I'm just going to show you a quick, simple meal. It takes 15 minutes to make it. And the thing about with this quinoa, it don't take long. And as you prepare it, it prepares itself really, because basically you're going to need just a couple of ingredients. You're going to need, one thing is, you're going to need 2 cups of water. You're going to put them in a 1 1/2 quart saucepan. I'm going to show you that. You're going to get 1 cup of quinoa. And you're going to have a nice little strainer. Now, the strainer I'm going to show you is basically microfiber. It does not have big holes in it. That way, you won't worry about your quinoa when you rinse it off, because I don't know if you realize or not, when you're cooking quinoa, you got to put it in the bottom and you got to stir it cold water. Then you activate it, and then you're going to put it in some boiling water for 15 minutes. You're going to cover and you're going to walk away, and it's just that simple. It's going to come back and be fluffy, and it's going to be great. But there's so many different things you can do with quinoa. And the thing about it is, when you think about this quinoa for a second, a cup of quinoa. This is a cup of quinoa. This is a cup. 1 cup of quinoa is all you're going to need. And you're going to put it in the strainer. Now this little strainer, not cost much or nothing, but it is microfiber. What I mean about it is, as you put the quinoa in it, it won't disappear when you rinse it out. And as you rinse it out, you're going to put it in a boiling pan, saucepan, about 1 1/2 cups. It's about this size. You're going to put 2 cups of water in something like this, and you got to have a good lid on top so it can keep the moisture in, and you're going to put your oven on a certain temperature so it works out wonders. So we're going to make this quinoa. We're going to make the dish. I'm going to show you how to do it. I've got 2 cups of water right here, already prepared. I'm going to put it in my saucepan. I'm going to put my pan on boil, let it boil. Then I'm going to take my quinoa. I'm going to rinse it with cold water, and that's going to do what I need it to do. And after my water gets hot, I'm going to put the quinoa in the water and let it cook for 15 minutes. And as it boils for 15 minutes, it's going to give you what you want. And this is going to be a simple, easy dish. Now that your quinoa, the water is boiled, you're going to put your quinoa into the water. Now I've got my quinoa in the water. I'm going to take my spoon for a minute and just stir it just a little bit. I'm going to put my top back on it, and you're going to reduce your heat. You're going to reduce your heat down to almost a little past 3/4 past medium, not medium, a little away from medium. And all you want this to do is just simmer. So if you understand simmer, some of you have those fancy stoves that says simmer, and you're going to let it simmer. And what you want to do is let it simmer for about 15 minutes. And as it simmers for 15 minutes, it's going to absorb all the water out of the quinoa. And once it absorbs it, it should be fluffy and it should be great. Well, the 15 minutes has finally arrived. The quinoa, great. I've taken it off the hot aisle. I moved it over. And make sure you do that. Take it off the aisle from the hot plate. And now if you got a gas burner, you got to worry about it because this gas is gone. But if it's electric, that plate stays hot, so you move it a little bit. But let's just look at the quinoa to see how it turned out. Move the lens. Remember, when you take that lid off, it is hot. Steam comes out of there. Now, this is what it looks like. The quinoa is ready. This is what it looks like. But let's see how fluffy it is. Let's see how fluffy it is. Let's just take a little bit out of it. Now remember, this is a hot dish. Now, this is what it looks like. This is a grain. Let's just see. Man, now that's good. That is really fluffy. It's really light. And the kids, you, and everybody in the family love it. But what I love about the quinoa is, though, when you think about it, the things I can show you that you're going to learn or how to make this dish so many kind of ways with so many kind of vegetables. This is just the starter. You just imagine for a second. You take the quinoa and you put some chickpeas with it or some black beans with it. Just imagine what you can make with it. Tell you how to make a quinoa salad. There's so many things that we can make with this. And in my book, Vegans Eat What? Man, the cookbook just got a lot of stuff that you can make with quinoa. But quinoa is so filling. So when you think about it, what you're going to get is a lot of information. You've been looking at all my videos and you see a lot of stuff, but it's about cooking. But I've got some information for you that's really, it's the icing on the cake. There's a link below the video. There's another link below. On the page below the video, click on that link. Because if you like this, you're going to love what I'm going to show you next. Click on the link, look at the videos, and do me a favor, pass this on to your friends. Share this, because if you hang with type 2 diabetes, you're diabetic, pre-diabetic, people around you are diabetic, they all need to see this. But the quinoa is so good. And so many things you can do with this quinoa. But if you like what you just saw, and you want more because it's more and it's a lot better, and you're tired of not understanding how to fix your food, what to eat, hey, do the link below. Go to that link. Go ahead. Go to that link, because it's finna show you some stuff. Comment below. Go to the link. But look at what's next. And I promise you, when you see what's next, you're going to be like, man, look at this, the stuff he's offering over here, because there's something over there. And this is just a tip of the iceberg on reversing diabetes, helping you reverse your diabetes. This is the tip of the iceberg for helping you to control whatever you're trying to control. But go to the other side. Take the link. Hey, this is Chef. I'm looking forward to talking to you soon. And look, when you get to the other side, just be blessed. Because if you love the quinoa, you're going to love the other recipes. Hey, have a blessed day. Hey, I'm waiting on you to click me off. You ain't clicked me off yet. Hey, look, go to the other side. Go on, go to the other side. Go to the other side.